What is happening, everybody? Don't know if anybody's popped in yet. But yeah, that was a super fun place to be. And it was absolutely a beautiful day. There was quite a bit of wind, but it was totally awesome. Let's see, the video is just wrapping up now. Yeah, what's going on, Jason? Appreciate you popping over, bud. Yeah, so to piggyback on what you were just saying there in the premiere, that first thing is kind of silly, but cool, dude. Anyways, I did actually reach out to somebody, a local blacksmith, because I was really curious about, I had so many of the spikes now. I asked him what it would cost or what it would take, and he says he charges $100 an hour to forge stuff, and he said it would take half a day. I'm assuming he means like an 8-hour day, so that would be $400 for. Yeah, it's no bueno. I'm not going to do that. That's a lot of cash, dude, just to make a railroad spike into a blade. But I called him, maybe somebody else does it cheaper. I mean, maybe you get lucky up there in New Hampshire and find somebody who just kind of like works out of their house or something, but we don't have any of those here. Everybody here is looking to make a buck, so it's $100, and I don't have time to forge stuff. But I do have an idea for those spikes, the 7 that I got. So we'll see what happens with those. I got a buddy who has a business on the side that's going to help me out with them. So that's why they're soaking right now. I'm hoping cheaper and more like something for the yard. Yeah. I don't know, man. Jokingly, I said to my son that maybe I should just try to build a forge or something like that. And then I realized it would probably just cost the same amount of money to have this guy make a knife for me. Yeah, there you go. Because it's good metal, I would think. Railroad spikes are pretty diesel little things, The ones that I got were a little weird than some of the usual ones, though. These ones were really thin. Some of the ones I found are a little bit shorter and like more dense. These ones were really long and skinny. So I've been scouting out Google Maps or Google Earth. That's the way I do with just about everything. Oh, we got somebody down in the basement. I'll let him tap all his buttons and then tell me if he's good. Or he can just sit there. What's going on, buddy?
Chilling, man. How you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah, good to see you, bud.
You too. It's been a while.
Yeah, I don't always get in here lately. I'm sorry. I just always want to call it a night early.
No, it's all good, man. No, I meant to connect with you when you messaged on Monday, but I went off Cape Sunday instead because I wasn't playing with the Cape traffic on Sunday or Monday. That would have been, oh God, I'm leaving.
It's going to be worse, man. Once that construction is really underway. Hey, Roger, I'll tell you what. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
Could have let him sit there. We gotta get Jason down here one of these days too.
Yeah.
Got to try to figure out maybe some sort of Northeast event. Like no one around here does anything like that. I see all these big groups of people meeting up and stuff. Yeah, we need to host our own.
I want to go to Maine to meet up with a bunch of people in the gold prospecting. That easy for me to say. Gold prospecting community. Sometime around maybe like June 22nd or something like that. I don't know if I can go up for the weekend, but I might be able to go up midweek for a couple of days. GP and Mama are coming up, and there's going to be a whole bunch of people there. So that would be cool. Trying to figure out if I can do that. I'm not really sure.
Do they think the spot that y'all are going is going to produce anything?
I mean, it's a campsite. on a place where, what's up, Crash? It's a campsite right that's like kind of geared to gold prospectors right by a river. But a lot of people prospect there right there in that spot. So you typically travel around a little bit, go find a spot for a day, and yeah, people find gold. It's all about just trying to find a good spot, I guess, working hard and getting lucky and getting the right dig. I don't know. I'm still a novice, you know.
Maybe Jason knows this, or maybe you even know this, but I would love to, at some point this summer, go to one of those places that have like geodes where you can break them apart and have like gems on the inside, or like amethyst. I don't know. I would love to go to one of those places where it's like a dig what you can take type of thing. Yeah. Even if you pay an entry fee or something, it would just be a fun thing to do, dig and then smash up rocks, you know?
Yeah. I'll tell you, even like, okay, for example, you go to any of these rivers, like when I've gone to Maine, up in New Hampshire, there you go, Andrew Scoggin, Jason, I'm not sure. Whether you go out to Western Mass, to like near where Roger has a camp and everything like that, it's cool just when you actually really, you've seen the rivers, it's a lot of rocks. Yeah. It's one of those rivers that's all rocky, it's not mucky, right? And it's all bare rock on the sides and everything. But when you actually start digging the dirt and looking what you have in the dirt, it's cool. All types of little gems and weird rocks and colorful, cool things. Not to mention that you can learn how to find gold, I guess. I haven't been able to yet.
Yeah, I am pretty sure that I wouldn't be successful at that.
Oh, look at that. Look at Crash saying.
2 weeks, I'm taking my kids to Diamond Crater State Park in Arkansas to dig for diamonds. See? That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Like one of those places that's like, I don't know, they've got them all over. Oh yeah, there. That's what Jason's saying. Ruggles Mine. Maybe
I've been to Ruggles Mine when I was a kid. I don't really remember much about it.
Huh. But no, I'd love to do something like that. You know, just get the kids outside. Plus, it'd be fun if you actually like find anything like some good geodes. You know.
Yeah.
Iowa, Illinois border.
You know what I never thought to look for, and I certainly never just found by chance, is any Native American arrowheads, man. Yeah, rock. I should start really trying to look for some of those. That'd be a cool thing to find.
It would be. There's a spot, buddy, and maybe someday we got to get you onto the Cape, and we'll turn this into like an adventure. But I don't know if I've ever told you, but before they ever made the Cape Cod Canal, there was like a natural canal that through Orleans into Eastham, and it went all the way through. And throughout the years, it's kind of like dried up more and more and more, and it basically doesn't exist anymore. And they call it Jeremiah's Gutter.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to walk it.
Before I'm all about it.
Yeah, I would love to do it with like a couple people. I just wouldn't know what the hell to do by myself. So having a couple people along for the ride and kind of bumbling along and.
Go in there, what type of nonsense we can do. Swing cover as much area as you can. Look for weird features that I don't know. Like
I've been using the Historic Aerials website that I talked about a while ago, and I've actually found what looks like different plots of land from like the 30s along that path. So I just need to figure out what the actual coordinates are. You know what I mean? Because some of it's kind of off the beaten path. You would have to walk it.
Yeah. I mean, you know what, though? When you're walking in the trails of the woods and stuff like that, unless it's thorns and swamp, I mean, shoot, you walk a half a mile through the woods in no time.
Yeah. Well, a lot of it is kind of swampy. It's not super swampy. Like I said, it's dried up for the most part. You couldn't even get a boat down there. But
you gotta be careful. You don't want to get stuck in mud way out in the woods.
No. There's Talia, but she's not bending down.
Hey, Talia.
Hey. Okay, now bye.
Okay, now bye. That's what she said.
Jason is talking about an abandoned gold mine. I saw a video or a reel or something today about people exploring an abandoned mine in New Hampshire. I don't know about any of these places.
Huh. There's a lot of different things I want to get into. I would love to start doing just like regular adventure videos, that are a little different, but I don't want to mess with
real talent for making a lot of great content out of what you do. So whatever you did, I think you could make good videos.
It would be fun, at least. I don't know about that's not bad. What's the possibility of you actually finding anything? Is it pretty good? What are you munching on over there, buddy? Yeah, so while we have this little brief intermission here, that spot I was at in Uxbridge, dude, I don't know if you saw the swans in the video or if you watched the video yet, but I ended up finding a spot way in the back. Those two were going to get it on. They found this little grass knoll that they went into, and I could see the other one jump on the other one, and I figured it wasn't appropriate for the video.
Oh, I still have a location right near me that's right near me that's I have all set up for us, and it's near like a Disney castle basically in the background, and it's gorgeous. And I know that I pulled a couple of bikes to the edge of this big giant rock going into the water, but I only had my 950 clamp, and I didn't have a hook or anything. I couldn't get them.
Right.
I got up one of the seats.
I'm sure there's a lot, Jason. I was about to say that during the time of the Witta, you know, the pirate boat that they found off the Cape, that actually at one point in time traveled through that Jeremiah's Gutter, through that original canal. And that's how it ended up on the outside of, like actually in the Atlantic. It went from Cape Cod Bay and it traveled through Orleans, across Eastham. And then that's where it ended up sinking as soon as it got to the ocean.
Right. Yeah, I want to go and throw the magnet. And absolutely go to that old gutter place and freaking run the metal duct. The hell yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would even consider bringing like a magnet with me along for the ride, because if there are some parts where there is water, who knows, you know, even if you pull up a couple square nails, it proves that people were there, you know?
Right.
And that's cool. There's tons of history here on the Cape. So
It says Monomoy Island is one.
yeah. Yeah, you would have to get boats for that type of stuff though, Jason. I think the guy that found the Witta is actually trying to find some of these other shipwrecks.
Oh, and Crash says a guy from Minnesota found a 3.7 carat diamond like a month ago.
They probably didn't let him keep that one.
Yeah. He brought it out and he snuck it out in the usual place.
Yeah, right.
Prison wallet for the win. You know, if I find a 10 carat diamond, nope, didn't find nothing.
Nope. Ow, ow.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Gotta poop. You guys got a bathroom?
Yeah, no. I'll poop when I get home. It's okay. Honey, get the spaghetti strainer. Oh, stop it.
That would be rough. Yeah, I definitely have to get out more this summer. I had actually a bunch of little micro trips planned, and I don't think they're going to happen right now. I have to concentrate on like working right now. I need money.
Yeah. I really want to go to this trip to Maine coming up, but I don't know because I need a different tent. I bought this tent last summer. I wanted to go. Nauset Beach is a nice place. National Seashore, though, you're not allowed to do a lot of stuff.
No detecting on the whole. Like if you're looking at the Cape all along here, you can't.
National Seashore, you're not allowed to do nothing there.
Yeah, all the whole outer area, you can't do anything.
Yeah, but I bought this tent last summer. I went to Marshfield for a couple of days with my buddies. Our family had a house there. And
right.
I bought this tent, and I bought the cheapest tent I could get on Amazon. It's supposed to be a 2-person tent. And I'm short. You know how short I am. I'm not much taller than you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And my head and my feet touch. And it's only about this wide. It's barely wide enough for my sleep bag. It's ridiculous. So if I want to go to Maine, I have to buy a new tent. And then even the tent sites are $50 a night up there. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do all that.
I had a tent like that once, dude. I used to do a lot of running, like relay races and stuff. And I went to stay at a friend's house before we went to the race. And I bought a brand new tent. I set it up and I had to sleep diagonally so I could fit in it.
I want to buy a tent. I don't want to do what I always do and buy the cheapest tent I can get away with. Obviously, I got to buy a bigger tent. And the cheapy tents that are 4-person and big enough are $50, but I don't want to buy the cheapest one. I think I have to spend like $100 to get a decent tent. Why are you all short down there? Hey, listen up, you. Yes, you.
Yeah, I know. Dude, you haven't met him yet either, buddy. But I have a son who's 17 and he's 6'1". I just bought him new sneakers this weekend, size 13.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's a big boy. I don't know
my
why I'm
son's
so
not
short.
tall. My son's not tall, but he's like me. He's turned into a hulkamaniac, and he's 11. He already has a size 10 men's shoe. Hammock
Yeah.
camping is the
I
only
do
way.
like that. I
Dude,
do like hammocks. I
I
could do
like
that.
those hammocks that are a tent and a hammock in one. I don't have one,
That would be
but I think I
fantastic.
need
I
to buy a
would
pair
much
of
rather
walls
that.
then. Oh, but this place, right? For $50, you can get a tent site, or for $50, you can get a lean-to. It's the most raggedy, rustic cabin you ever saw in your life.
Oh, a lean-to
Like
definitely
a box.
is.
There's
Yeah.
no water, electricity, nothing. It's literally like a box with screen windows, and you can see the boards. You can see through spaces in the boards and the walls and stuff like that. But if you had that, put up a tent inside of there, that would it has a good roof. You know what I mean? And it has walls to keep out the wind and everything like that. So if you
Right.
got one of those lean-tos to put the tent inside of that, that would be the Mac, and that's like $50. That's if I can go, I might think about it. I was 5'6"
So
at 10.
Jason just says Josh looks taller on video until you meet him. And
Yeah.
that is completely true, because when I went magnet fishing with Josh the first time, I met him before that day when we all got together. Josh and I had been out once, and I got out of the car and he was shorter than me, and I was like, oh my God, what? You know what I mean? Like I thought he was tall,
Yeah.
you know?
Crash. I've been 5'8" my entire life too, right? Since I was a young adult, I've been 5'8". But I got like degenerative disc disease all up my spine now, and I'm getting old. And the last time I went to the doctor, they measured me, and now I'm 5'7", and I was like, "Don't."
That makes sense, Roger. Plus, I just think it would probably be more comfortable. You're not going to roll off the bed or anything, you know. And if you get those really cool ones that have the shelter on it, like the wraparound that you were talking about, those hammocks are awesome.
Yeah, if I was gonna do a hiking trip and camp for a long period of time, like the Appalachian Trail, I would want a hammock tent. Definitely.
Yeah.
Easiest, most small, easy to pack, a lightweight. Think you're never on the ground, and being on the ground is terrible unless you have all the mats and everything too, and that's really bulky and hard to carry on a long hiking trip. Bob Kraft, what's going on?
Bob Kraft in the house. What's going on, Bob?
Triple D's. Roger, man, I want to get out your way too, man. Tough to go everywhere.
I keep saying I'm going to get out there too, because there's tons of little ridges all around Worcester. I could literally probably spend like a night up in Worcester and do 2 days up there.
Yeah.
I'd even love to get out to Springfield. Springfield is really sketchy city in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
I know we would find shady stuff up there, and I don't ever see anybody magnet fishing in Springfield.
Because your magnets get ganked the first time you go out.
Yeah, I know. Probably a bad idea. I do have a friend that works for the cable company up there, though.
Hey,
oddly enough,
step aside.
Oddly enough, I met him. So I moved to Nashville in like 2013, and I just transferred my job down there, and he was one of the supervisors, but he was originally from Springfield. Well, after, a year or so, I came home, and then probably 5 years after I came home, he also came back home to Springfield. So I might, lots of pew-pews in Springfield.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I'm looking for, Roger.
High crime area,
Yeah, my son got his, it's kind of blowing up my video, but I've already talked about it. My son got his first gun this past week. Yeah,
awesome.
when we were up in Waltham at the bridge that I got a bomb at last year, and Colin pulled up a gun.
How bad corroded was it? Did you have to call the police or anything?
No, I didn't call him because it actually broke. The handle broke off of it, and it was
just so disgustingly rotted that was no need to go.
Yeah. They weren't going to do anything with that except throw it in their dumpster. That's all they were going to do.
Awesome.
Yeah. I have it, but it's broken.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
What are your plans? Would you have anything coming up besides going gold panning?
Not a lot. It's like my son's baseball schedule during the week right now. So like, I don't know. We've had a lot of one day it's raining and the next day it's cool. So that's a little tough to plan, but I don't know. Not a lot planned. You know, I mostly play it by ear. The only thing I have on my radar is maybe trying to go up to Maine in the middle of June. But I got that medical thing coming up and all this kind of other stuff too to deal with.
Right. Yeah. Now let me ask you. I noticed you went on earlier. I was at work and I wasn't able to log in. But I noticed you're doing a lot with the GTA stuff.
Yeah.
How do those work for you? Do you go vertical so you can try to pull in viewers?
I don't. I should. I don't really know how to do it very well. All I really know how to do is just basically go live on YouTube from my PlayStation. And it's like, it's not that. Okay, in fact, I lost a subscriber today, right after my live stream. It happens to me often. I'll do a gaming live stream and I'll lose 2 subscribers because a lot of people who know me like outdoorsy stuff, and they go on maybe it's random people, or maybe it's people that know me and say, "Oh, well, I don't like this. If he's gonna play games, I don't want to be subscribed." Who knows? I don't know. But I've lost subscribers doing gaming lives, but I don't really care that much, and I love doing it. Not many people watch, and frankly, I understand that. I don't think necessarily people want to watch people play video games on YouTube, and that's cool.
Yeah.
So, but I like doing it. It's a lot of fun. It's easy. It's easy to engage with people, talk to people, and play the game, and it's just it's fun. I like it.
I've been trying to tell my son, my 21-year-old, the one that's in Maine. He's a big gamer, and he's actually, he's put some stuff up on Instagram and got some pretty positive feedback. And lately he's been complaining about money. And I'm like, dude, you're literally online playing video games all night long.
Yeah.
I will send you a goddamn camera. You know what I mean? Like, get yourself online. Like, you're going to be
a platform for gaming.
He's going to be playing anyways. So why not monetize what he's doing already?
He'll know better than me, but from what I understand, Twitch is really the platform for gaming.
That's what I hear too, but there are still a bunch on like YouTube. I mean, some of those Minecraft dudes, not that my son plays Minecraft, he plays a lot of the, Call of Duty type stuff.
Look at this. Look at this. Jason's going to see Post Malone and Jelly Roll Saturday.
I saw that.
Jelly Roll. I don't actually know what Jelly Roll does. Like, I know it's music, but I don't know who the hell Jelly Roll is.
He's kind of all over the place. I think he's more like I wouldn't say country, but more like American rock type. Americana, but not like old school Americana, like current Americana.
Foxborough Gillette. Oh, sweet, dude. Awesome.
I'm going to see Ghost in July. Yeah, again, that's Talia's favorite band, so we got tickets.
Nice. On Saturday. I wonder what I'm doing on Saturday.
You're gonna go see Jelly Roll?
I could possibly go over and say hey to you at Gillette because I'm not that far from there.
No, that's right. What do you like? What do you like? 20 minutes?
I don't know. 25, half hour.
Right.
I drive slow. I drive like an old lady. I take the back road. It's probably half hour.
I don't, man. I'm a typical masshole driver.
No, I drive carefully. I can't afford to drive dangerously.
I know I've seen the look on your face while driving with me a little bit sometimes. Like you look at me like I'm making questionable decisions.
Oh, wow. Bob Kraft. I only just really rediscovered GTA Online. Like when GTA 5 came out, 14,000 years ago, I didn't like I played the online a little bit and I hated it because of all the random people, and it was okay. But now the GTA Online is amazing. I didn't know this. It was only a couple of months ago that I started playing again. So I'm only on level 100, but I'm blown away by how awesome GTA 5 Online is now, and all the businesses and vehicles, and how good the graphics and everything is when you play it. I love it. So I'm only level 100. Short question, long answer.
There you go. TLDR. Too long, don't read, or whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I definitely don't drive 60 in the fast lane, dude. I am the one on everybody's ass in the left lane, like getting mad at those people going 60.
If the speed limit is 65, I like to be in the middle lane going about 71.
Yeah, that's about safe. But if I'm looking to get somewhere quick, I'm in the left lane and I'm flying. I mean, I use Waze just like everybody else does, and most of the time, because everybody uses Waze, they report cops, so when they're coming. For the most part, because it's real-time updated maps. So I just You know, if something says it's going to take me an hour and a half to get there, I'll get there in an hour 15, hour and 10, you know?
If I got a choice, hey, Jody's in the house. What's up, buddy?
Jody, what's up, dude?
If I only have to be in the right lane or the left lane, I'm going to try to travel in the right lane, you know? Unless I'm friggin', you know what I mean? I don't need to go fast.
If there's nobody in the lane and I'm like going on a, you know, I'm not in a rush to get somewhere. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to try to speed, but if I'm going somewhere, I want to get there and start throwing the magnet around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. There's a magnet fishing to do. Nate's like, 1 foot on the brake and
Yep.
1 on the gas.
I'm going to use that in one of my shorts, dude. I'll figure out a way of tying that song into a short this week. Cops also use ways. Oh yeah, you're right. They can do that, but they have to like go back around, Jason. I do know that. I mean, it's not 100% accurate, but 50% of the time, if it tells me where a cop is, that's great.
Remember back in the day when everybody had the little radar detector?
Yeah, the whistler.
yeah, whatever it was, yeah. And then there was laws against them for a while, and then they repealed the laws, and then you know what I mean, all this different stuff.
Yeah, they were on the shelf, off the shelf, on the shelf, off the shelf.
Yeah. You just wait. In 20 years, everybody's going to look on their phone and see exactly where you are, because I'm going to report you.
We all know where each other are. I mean, literally, anybody can. I've seen these things on TikTok now where, you know, someone will post back to a content creator like, yeah, you can't find me. And sure enough, this person will be like, oh, yeah. And then all of a sudden they'll be like, your name is this. I went over here to find more information about you. I found your boyfriend. So I followed your boyfriend's thing. And then eventually they find out exactly where this person is.
You get a message.
Yeah, I did get a message on my phone. It's Talia. TikTok
was good in its time. I don't remember what K40 is.
She's sending me, she's sending me ghost stuff on TikTok.
Oh.
I told you she loves good. Yeah. I'm going to click on this. Left lane or left shoulder. All depends on the idiots that are out that day. Yeah, Jody, that's pretty much it. I've ended up in the left shoulder a couple times because the people around here drive so stupid. Like if somebody 3 or 4 cars up hits the brake, everybody else behind them has to jam on theirs. And so then all of a sudden the lanes will split. And rather than rear-ending somebody, I just turn into the shoulder.
Hey, how do you feel about tourists on Cape Cod in the summertime?
I understand the industry and whatever, but I have a job where I don't rely on them, so I don't. You know, I can take them or leave them. To be honest, I would rather they just come on weekends. They don't have to stay all week. You know what I mean? Like, just come on the weekend.
Gonna need like a special local passport to be able to go there. Limit the visitors.
Well, they've talked about actually putting a toll on the bridge, and it has all the locals pissed because a lot of us go over the bridge every single day to go to work. You know,
so put a toll on the bridge, but if you live on the Cape, you don't have to pay it.
Yeah, there has to be like some sort of pass or something.
There's other friends and got this car and that car I have to take, and different things and deliveries. Who knows what?
Yeah, that's exactly it, Jason. Before the advent of GPSs or Waze, we definitely knew where all the cops were.
Yeah.
And they're still there to this day. It's like they have a good mark. Yeah.
I've only been to Martha's Vineyard, and it was October once, and it was October. Yeah, I like Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket. I've been there several times each.
I usually will go over a couple times in the summer to each island because they end up needing the help. Yeah, I know, Stephen. They're everywhere.
Oh, Stephen's on the Cape?
Yeah, Stephen's right here in Yarmouth.
Oh, okay. Word up.
Yeah. That's how he was going to show me how to work that come along one of these days.
Okay. I probably already knew that and forgot it.
It's all good. I forget stuff all the time. But no, they are definitely already here. They've been, Memorial Day weekend. Like I said, I didn't travel on Monday. I decided to go up to Waltham with the kids on Sunday. Mm-hmm. And my son Colin was with me an extra day because his mom went up to see my other son up in Maine. So Colin went magnet fishing with me for the first time in a long time.
Cool. Got that.
Yep. Talia came too, and she ran the live. It was a fun day. We had a lot of a ton of crowd around us asking us. They were really curious about what we were doing. And I actually pulled up a 1960s parking meter.
Cool. Very cool.
I'm going to restore it.
Were you able to break it open? Did it have any change in it?
No change.
Because 1960s would be all silver dimes. Imagine things jam packed with silver dimes.
Oh yeah, that's true. It would be, wouldn't it? Yeah, but this is surprisingly in good shape. I think this part of the Charles River is like fresh water because it wasn't chewed up. Used the left shoulder today coming from Memphis on I-40. I know Memphis on I-40. I've been there. Both lanes stop and go for no reason. So I ended up by 8 car trucks further up. There you go. Dude, you're like a natural mass hole driver, Jody.
Roger, yeah, right. He belongs here. Roger said he grew up three miles from where he lives now.
Wow, he's bridging out. He's bridging out a little bit, huh? Good job, Roger. Oh, actually, not too far from my original house. When I was born, we lived in Dennis, but I went to high school in Harwich.
Who's Dennis?
Yeah, Dennis, Massachusetts.
Hey, when you went to
there
Dennis,
were lots of guys named Dennis around.
Dennis, did he serve you a mashed pea sandwich for lunch?
Yeah, mashed pea sandwich. This was true, buddy. Check this out. One of the city council people actually came by and they were like, "You were the one that found the bomb last year?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I was." And they were like, "Well, we had at one of our meetings, we shouted you out." I was like, "And you didn't tell me?" Like, cool. But yeah, it was still pretty cool though.
Get the town to call you if they have any tips on friggin' something that needs to be retrieved.
Yeah. That's what this kind of felt like, though. There were so many people coming by and so many people giving us tips of other spots to go. So, and that bridge that I went to was told to me by a guy when we all met. There was a random guy who came up after Josh found that bomb, and he said, "Have you ever been over to?"
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
he said, "Have you ever been over to Waltham?" And he told me to go.
Yeah. There are several people that stopped to talk to us,
and now
sorry. There were several people that stopped to talk to us, but I think I know which guy you meant, kind of. I don't remember what he was, though.
Yeah, it was just a regular, like, salt of the earth, blue-collar dude, walking around. The Idiot 500.
Race fans, hot rodders, Sunday. I have to drive to Cape Cod. It's July.
And that's where they come, is down here. Luckily, when I'm done with work, I just come home. But this time of the year, right, at my job, going back to cable again, we have dispatchers now because they've cut so many jobs at work. A lot of our dispatchers are working from places like Florida or New Jersey, and these people don't have any idea what Cape Cod is like in the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand what traffic is. You know what I mean? They don't understand that even though Cape Cod looks small, to drive from Provincetown to Hyannis is going to take you over an hour.
Yeah, yeah, it's small, and half of the people in the country try to go there all at once in the summer.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it is.
Newport is also very mental. People go down to there to tour the mansions and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I only own 3 of those mansions on Newport on the thing.
It's all a bunch of people wearing white pants.
Well, your pants are very white. Yours as well.
Hey, Muffy. We should go get some oysters.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they drive me crazy. But one of the kind of sobering things is we've actually, because of the job, I talked to a lot of people in the hotel industry and stuff, and they've said their numbers are down dramatically for specifically Canadian tourists. I know it's been on the news, but like I'm hearing it firsthand from actual hotel owners, Yeah, a bunch of the Provincetown spots, they aren't getting any tourists. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. You only have one season to make your money for the year in a lot of the cases of the business owners down there. And when they
Right.
have a bummer year, it affects them for years to come playing catch up, if they don't have
It
to go
really
to business. Yeah. Dude, I went to that Pizza Shock place. What town is that in?
Pizza Shark's in Harwich, I
Dude,
think.
I want to go there and do a pizza review because that was like the best pizza I ever had in my life. It was awesome. And they have a wicked cool logo and painting of that sign and t-shirts and all that stuff. That place is the bomb.
I'm pretty sure. It's funny how everybody's getting it. Oh yeah, it's in. Well, no, there's one in Dennis too. It's a big red barn.
I think I was at the one in Dennis because I'm pretty sure it was this past summer when we went up to go to Mayflower Beach and the water was so hot I felt disgusting after I went for a dip.
Yeah, it's right. That's this one, Pizza Shack.
Okay. Yeah, in Cape Cod Bay, the water gets really, really hot when in the summertime now when we have these hot summers. And me and my wife and my son went there to go for a swim last summer at the end of the summer, and it was disgusting. It was just a disgusting, muggy, sticky day anyway. So I decided to go to the water. In the water, it was the worst mistake in my life. I felt like the water was like hot, and I felt like I was covered in slime and like living things, and it was awful.
Which is why I stay out of the water. I mean, I grew up here. I liked when I was a kid swimming in ponds, but I never really liked going in the ocean.
Then you
The
go
ocean always made me feel weird.
Then you go over to the national seashore, and it's like the water's like 40 degrees. You almost freeze to death, and you get eaten by a great white shark.
Right. Yeah. I agree with Stephen. Peterson's. It's a local market on 6A, like he says, and they're just they got really good quality food there, and they make everything on site. I was actually there like 4 or 5 days ago fixing their cable.
I want to all meet up and do a pizza live stream. That's
there you go. Pizza. Start doing your own version of Dave Portnoy.
Yeah, whatever, man. You're not the only person who eats pizza and likes to complain about stuff, Dave.
Right. That guy's such a jerk.
That guy's pretty cool. I don't see him do too many bad. I don't watch him whatever too much, but I know he is.
Yeah, he comes across my feed all the time for some reason. I'm sure I've engaged with 1 or 2 videos because then it just shows 5 million of those types of things to you. So,
Jason,
but no, Peterson's is good. I worked before Comcast. I worked at a graphic design place that was right across the street from Peterson's, and there used to be a good coffee shop next to it, but it's been gone for a long time.
I like a good coffee shop. Shock would spit me out. I'd wrestle him. I'd do the fin twist, that special thing. It's a move for sharks when you're wrestling.
Yeah, it's almost going to be shark season here soon.
Yeah.
We'll start getting them, and it's the 50th anniversary of Jaws.
Anybody who doesn't know this, right off of Cape Cod and the whole area now is a world hotspot for giant great white sharks, and several of them are kind of like tracked and named and all that kind of crap.
Yeah, well, that's why when Brockton did that logo for me, I was super pumped because I ended up, I had it redone so that way I could blow it up and stuff. But we have sharks here, it was very relevant.
You would make a pretty good Fonzie. Can you water ski?
I can't water ski, dude. I don't have coordination.
Really? Because it's too bad you're athletic. You could pass for kind of like a modern day Fonzie, and you could jump a shark on water ski.
Right.
Set up a ramp until you passed on a boat.
I've tried like skiing, snowboarding. I don't have enough coordination. I see tons of it, Jason. I think I got in my last maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago his video. There was jellyfish already.
We see a lot of jellyfish here, and sometimes even like Portuguese man-o-war and stuff.
Yeah, I'll see them down at there's a place I love to go to, High Bank Bridge right on the Dennis and Yarmouth line, because they've got a bridge, they've got a pier, and they've got like a boat launch. So it's like the trifecta for magna fishing. But there used to be people that would jump in that water, but there's too many jellyfish now.
Yeah. If there were only any, if they had some peanut butter fish.
Yeah. Sure.
Jelly fishing. I can't do SpongeBob.
Yeah. You know what I've been doing, dude, is messing around with Sunno again. I started like writing my own lyrics. Like based on the tagline that I use for the channel.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get it to do like a Boston's type of sound. You know, I almost want like a ska.
Yeah,
Very,
well,
like-
I would say ska.
Yeah.
And kind of accentuate where
Saxophone. Yeah.
that-
I've
that
used
you-
all those little keywords in there.
Yeah. Cool. How's it coming out?
It's going good, but you know,
Dude,
you only get like 3 tries per day, so I got to wait till
Yeah.
tomorrow and try it again.
I have the app now.
Do you?
Dude, I can't seem to make myself like want to do good songs. I thought about I make a lot of silly, goofy songs, and I
Right.
lately have made a couple of ridiculous, stupid songs that I love. Like, but they're dirty. I'm not gonna play them on YouTube. Excellent songs. But I'm not gonna
You know
play
what
them
you
on
could do,
YouTube.
dude? You could do one of the there are tons of faceless videos on YouTube. You could just do something, write your own songs and just use a background. You know what I mean? And
I
like
could
maybe
set
have it
another
caption
channel
it.
a few things. Yeah, I could set another channel and not even share it with any people I know or anything like that. Just randomly.
And just let it
Because
run
I
and
do
be
like to make
surprised.
stupid. I like to make Photoshop pictures, and I like to make stupid, dirty AI songs. Like I like it way
Do it.
too much for somebody
Do
who's
it.
not like 9 years old.
Yeah, do it. Why not? There's no editing. Literally, you just put the song over whatever image you make and upload it.
Did you hear my boy band style song that I made like a month ago?
No,
It was Summertime. I think.
I
it
don't
was
think so.
good. Oh my gosh, I'll send you that one, but you can't play it around polite company like Talia or anybody.
I have heard some of the you've sent me some in the past, but I don't think I remember that one.
My new boy band style love song is beautiful.
I bet.
It's very beautiful, and I like it a lot.
Yeah. You should definitely send that over.
You're like, yeah, no, I'm not going to listen to that. It's actually very good. It's a good song. It's romantic and everything.
The key on that Suno thing is to just do really good prompts, you know, to get the
Yeah.
exact sound you want.
Not only that, but I think the structure of how you write things, whether you end a line with a period or whether you continue down, whether you do
Right, a
double
comma.
spaces, punctuation. Also, I've found that like if you want to repeat a word more softly, you can write it again in brackets, and it's in the lyrics. They sing it or whatever. But it's softer and different tricks like that. And I don't know, I come out and the cadence is really important. You got to think about the syllables, how everything rolls. Hey, Kelly, what's going on? Oh no, having a few tough days of hypothermia. Oh, hypomania.
Hypomania.
Oh, Kelly,
What's
sorry.
that?
I'm so sorry.
That doesn't sound fun.
No.
Hope that is there anything you can take to relieve it? Hopefully. And Bob, you're right, 100%. Still act
Yeah.
like kids. I'm 51 years old and I still act like an idiot.
Oh, you're old. I'm actually very serious and kind of like mature and stuff like that. And I don't have time to be silly or anything.
There's no relief. That's horrible.
Oh, that's terrible.
So what do you do to help? Hypomania. Yeah, I'll look at it later. What are you doing off screen there, dude?
What do you mean?
Concentrating on something down there.
Yeah, I'm trying to do something. Stupid thing is,
Anyways, we're almost at about 8:40. Buddy, I've been keeping these till 8:30. So we're done. Whenever I mean, we don't have to run, but
okay. Well, yeah, man, whatever you want to do, buddy. I'm chilling. I mean, I'm not, actually my wife is was in the kitchen using her Cricut and making some t-shirts and stuff like that. Listening to her music and whatever. I'm just out here chilling in my shed. So if you gotta go, that's fine. Otherwise, I'm just chilling till whatever.
yeah, no, we're good.
All right.
Didn't know what you had going on.
No, I was just
Looked
doing
like you're awfully busy in something.
Yeah, sorry about that. Didn't mean to be rude.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah, but I think we will bounce. I'll chat with you after this a little bit. But one of these, now that Memorial Day is gone, Mondays are safe again.
Yeah.
So it's Sundays that you won't be able to travel off Cape anymore.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, appreciate
Well,
everybody
good, Brian.
popping in here.
Thank you for inviting me to say hello tonight. It's good to see you again. I'm sorry it's been a while, and everybody in chat, really good to see you. And Kelly, you enjoy that delicious broccoli, and I hope you feel better.
Yeah, hopefully that gives you some relief. It stings. It stinks, but
Yeah.
calms it a little bit. That's good.
Yeah.
No, I know where it is, dude. We know where. That's what you're looking for. Your childhood. It's gone, buddy. It's gone. All right, dudes. We'll catch everybody later on.
Dudes.